In the summer of 1891, the hills and valleys of Manipur became the stage of a dramatic conflict. It was a war that pitted a small kingdom in northeast India against the mighty British Empire. It was a war that ended with the fall of Imphal, the execution of Manipuri heroes like Paona Brajabashi and Yuvraj Tikendrajit, and the loss of Manipur's independence. This is the story of the First Anglo-Manipur War, a short but unforgettable chapter in Indian history. To understand why this war broke out, we must step back a few years. In the late 19th century, Manipur was a strategically important kingdom. It was seen as a gateway between British India and Burma. The British wanted Manipur as a buffer state to secure their influence in the region. But inside Manipur, the royal family was torn apart by succession disputes. Maharaja Chandrakirti had ruled with stability, but after his death in 1886, his son Surachandra Singh became king. Surachandra's rule was weak, and factions within the royal family began to challenge him. Among them was his ambitious brother, Tikendrajit Singh, the fiery Yuvraj of Manipur. Tikendrajit was a skilled soldier, admired by Manipuri people, but seen by the British as a dangerous rebel. In September 1890, Tikendrajit and his supporters staged a coup. King Surachandra Singh fled to Calcutta seeking British support. In his place, another brother, Kulachandra Singh, was installed as king, with Tikendrajit holding real power behind the throne. The British, however, refused to recognize this new arrangement. They feared Tikendrajit's growing influence would weaken their control. So in early 1891, the British Viceroy ordered Tikendrajit's arrest. In March 1891, a British force led by Chief Commissioner J.W. Quinton arrived in Imphal to capture Tikendrajit. But this plan quickly collapsed. The Manipuri soldiers surrounded the residency. Tension boiled over into open violence. In the chaos, 5 top British officers, including Quinton himself, were killed. This shocking incident infuriated the British Empire. They immediately declared war on Manipur. The British launched a 3-pronged military invasion from Kohima, Silchar, and Tamu. Thousands of British and Indian soldiers marched toward the valley of Manipur. Despite being outnumbered and outgunned, the Manipuris put up a fierce resistance. One of the most legendary battles took place at Kongjom. Here, Major Paona Brajabashi and a small band of Manipuri warriors stood against a massive British force. With swords, spears, and unmatched courage, they fought to the last breath. Paona Brajabashi refused to surrender, choosing instead to embrace death on the battlefield. This act of valor turned him into an immortal hero of Manipur. By April 1891, the British forces closed in on the capital, Imphal. The Manipuri defenses crumbled under the pressure of superior firepower. On the 27th of April 1891, Imphal fell. The Kingdom of Manipur was officially under British control. But the war did not end with just the capture of territory. The British wanted to make an example out of Manipur. The leaders of the resistance were captured and put on trial. Among them were Yuvraj Tikendrajit Singh, General Thangal, and other brave commanders. On the 13th of August 1891, Tikendrajit and Thangal were executed by hanging at Fedabung in Imphal, before a large crowd. Their sacrifice left a deep mark on the memory of Manipuri people. King Kulachandra Singh and several others were deported to the Andaman Islands, never to return. The war lasted barely a month and a half, but its consequences were devastating. Manipur lost its sovereignty. A minor prince, Churachand Singh, just a child at the time, was placed on the throne under British guardianship. From then on, Manipur became a princely state under indirect colonial rule. But while the kingdom had fallen, the spirit of its people had not. The bravery of men like Paona Brajabashi, Tikendrajit, and countless unnamed Manipuris continued to inspire future generations in the struggle for freedom. The First Anglo-Manipur War of 1891 was not just a clash of armies. It was a clash between imperial power and the will of a small kingdom to defend its dignity. Even today, the memorial at Kongjom stands as a reminder of Manipur's sacrifice. Every year, the people of Manipur honor Kongjom Day to remember their heroes. In the end, the British won the war, but the Manipuris won something far greater. They won a place in history as a people who fought, resisted, and gave their lives for freedom.